Hello everyone, and this week's rental is the Chevrolet Trax all-wheel drive Premier. It's a compact crossover SUV on 18-inch alloy rims. Powered by a 4-cylinder motor, Ecotec 4-cylinder motor. All-wheel drive. It's not true all-wheel drive. It's more probably assisted, since it's mainly a front-wheel drive and then assisted sending power to the rear of the wheels as needed. Shape is kind of like a bigger version of the Chevrolet Spark. I have a review of that. It's kind of an odd shape where 3/4 of the car looks like an SUV, but the back is a little bit truncated, and it does kind of show where the luggage room space in the trunk is usually not as big. You could fit a few carry-ons in here, but the seats do fold down for more cargo area if you need it. Let's hop into the back and take a look at the interior. All right, the back seat interior test. I'm 6 feet. That's my driving position. And I'm gonna see if I could hop in the back of the driver's side. And let's see how much space I have. Surprisingly, I have just enough room to be comfortable back here. So you have your standard space, cup holder, relatively narrow and small. Over into the middle console, you have a 12-volt DC, direct DC output. And you have your center armrest right here. Overall, it's pretty comfortable. I feel like this could fit 2 people back here, 2 adults comfortably. The seats are nice and firm, wrapped in leather type material. Have just enough headspace. This area actually comes up a little bit to give you taller folks a little bit more room. Probably feel all right for decent road trips before it starts to feel a little bit claustrophobic. All right, so let's hop into the front and take a look what's up there. All right, here we are about to jump into the front of the driver's side position. And noting The side panels have the same kind of look and feel of the back seat storage area. Nice Bose stereo system. Controls the side mirrors, power windows and locks. Here is your lights. Steering wheel. It's a mix of analog and digital cluster dash. Steering wheel's nice leather wrapped. Cruise control settings, Bluetooth control settings. Standard 7/8 inch monitor, infotainment, AC controls, 2 USB-A, and a 12-volt cigarette lighter. You have your gear engagement, and then also for manual shifting on the side, which is kind of neat right there. One thing is that it does not have a center console, but at least it has an armrest from the seating area. 4 cup holders rounds out the center. Have your glove compartment, standard sizing, hard plastic, leather vinyl on the side. Moving up, you have your rear view mirror, and this actually does come with a moonroof slash sunroof. The visor doesn't have an extender for when you mount it to the side, but the vanity mirror does have light. The big standout for the interior, I would have to say, is the multi-directional seating adjustment. You could, that with the leather cushioned seat, you could adjust it to a very, very comfortable position where it's really nice to drive long distance. Let's start her up real quick and then talk about the instrument cluster. It is a combination of digital and analog. It's really cool. This little section right here, the menu, and this little button controls some of the infotainment. You could scroll through by pressing the menu to access different information, or using the arrows to get different information as well. Does have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, not wireless, but you will have to hook it through via USB-A. Does have blind spot detection and also forward collision as well. Let's start her up, or let's take her on the road. As mentioned earlier, the this car doesn't really stand out on any one thing. It's kind of really a jack of all trade utility vehicle. It's actually a sleeper in the fact that it does everything quite adequately. So whatever your needs for a rental vehicle and you have a hard time deciding, then this would be an ideal vehicle to rent, because it won't do you any wrong with it. It rides quite comfortably. It has an uprighted seating position. It's high enough, it's big enough where there's presence on the road. The leather seats and multi-directional seating positions, you could actually adjust it to the point where it rides pretty darn comfortably, and dare I say it's almost entry-level premium, so to say. The Bose audio system really shines in this vehicle. It has quite a bass and treble. I think there's a subwoofer somewhere in the back there. So that also brings into that entry-level premium feel. It provides just enough safety technology without any annoying hindrance. So it does have the lane assistance or blind spot detection and lane departure, as well as forward collision detection as well too. Power is from a V4, so you get adequate power. I mean, it will be noisy when you press on the pedal, and you would have to step on the gas if you had to merge on traffic or you need to change lanes. But it does provide enough power where it's not like struggling or anything like that. And surprisingly, it does get good gas mileage for this type of vehicle. I'm averaging roughly 25 miles to the gallon, so could be better, but not too bad for a crossover SUV. The brakes are very responsive, and since this is an all-wheel drive vehicle, you can take it off some dirt path. It's not true all-wheel drive, so I don't think it can go completely off-road, and I wouldn't want to take it off-road. So that just brings it to how the utility of this vehicle. So if you do have to go somewhere off-road, maybe you want to take this out onto the beach or something like that, it can do that quite fine. You have to take some fire roads to get to a vacation home or something, it can do that as well too. So very, very practical vehicle. If you had to choose like one rental vehicle that you had to rent over and over for different situations, this would be an ideal candidate for that as well. Having said all that, I really would recommend this rental for anybody, for any type of situation. It will fulfill the needs and objective of the renter. And I did rent a Chevrolet Spark, which is kind of like the smaller version and more cost-effective, smaller version of this. And the experience of that was pretty lackluster. So if I had to choose, or if I had to recommend, spend the extra money and get the Chevrolet Trax, either the all-wheel drive or the regular front-wheel drive version. It will pay off. It's worth the extra money, and it will pay off in the driving experience and the renting experience from that. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.